Good morning. Good morning. How's everybody doing today? This is Miriam Gibson with the Village Voices. And I'm going to have a special guest with us today. He actually is going to be co-hosting the show. His name is Charlie Mack. He's going to give you a lot of information about entertainment, how to get into the entertainment business. He's a producer, a publisher, a manager. He is all that, okay, in the music industry. He has been in the industry for many years, and he can share a lot of information that you up-and-coming artists might be interested in knowing, okay? I just want to give credit to our sponsors, okay? The Notary Wizards. The Notary Wizards is a document preparation service that prepares legal documents. They also are notaries, mobile notaries. You could come into the office, which is now located at 1230 West Owens. They moved into the historic West Side as a way of expanding their business. Okay. Also, one of our sponsors is the Record Selling Clinic. The Record Selling Clinic is available to anyone that has a criminal record that wants to get it cleaned off, and so that they can actually get back into society, get a job, get housing and everything, because it affects people so much. We also have other sponsors, and thank God for all the sponsors that we have, is the Vegas Property Locators. Vegas Property Locators assist you in finding properties. If it doesn't matter whether you have bad credit, good credit, or what. We specialize in people that have bad credit. What we do is they find you a property and do creative financing, allow you to pay monthly, get your credit together, because they will assign you with a credit counseling group. And once your credit is up to where it should be to get qualified for a regular loan, you've purchased a house and you move on with your life. Okay? For all your senior citizens out there, take advantage of the reverse mortgage loan. The reverse mortgage loans give you an opportunity to even purchase a house. And I know we have a lot of people that's coming in Las Vegas from everywhere, California, New York, whatever. And like the seniors may be selling their house, downsizing or something like that. Well, you could take that money and put it into investing in another home. And the reverse mortgage will help you pay the other balance. And also, you don't have to worry about making another mortgage payment in your life, okay? So you come in, and the Village Voices will be able to help you with that. Excuse me. If you want to contact any of our sponsors, please call them through the Queens Network, and that telephone number is 702-970-1535. Okay? 702-970-1535. So, we want to give a shout out to the Aces. We are so proud of you girls. It was wonderful that you brought some history to Las Vegas, and more or less you're turning the ties as far as what Las Vegas is all about. Now, we have really, in my opinion, a musical entertainment genius, and that is Charlie Mack, who is my co-host. And I would like to introduce to Charlie Mack right now. So, okay. Excuse me. So, all right. So, what I also want to do a shout out to the OGs. The OGs is a mature group of men. You can they hang out as at the WSO, and they are doing a lot for the community. So I'm shout out to the OGs. Okay. All right. So now let me introduce you to Charlie Mack. Good morning, Charlie. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing amazing. How are you?
I'm doing just great. Thank you. Let's the audience know about Charlie Mack. I mean, you're so amazing that it's not enough words for me to describe you, Charlie.
Well, listen, I appreciate that warm introduction. I'm very grateful for that, and very appreciative to be here, representing and speaking to the community today. Basically, me, myself, personally, I am probably one of the few people that you would put in various categories, because I do quite a few different things. First off, I'm a music producer. I produce a lot of records, produce a lot of music for film and TV. If you watch anything on VH1, Love and Hip Hop, Black Ink, any of those reality TV type shows, I certainly have a lot of music in those types of shows, as well as like Real Housewives and Bravo and WeTV, CBS Sports. This year I did the theme for March Madness, the college basketball bracket breakdown. Just a variety of things from the production side of myself. And then I also represent a number of artists. I work with multi-genre artists, ranging from country music to pop music to R&B, hip-hop, of course. I have some classical music. I have a symphony from the Republic of Czech that I represent. So I'm more or less international. I have artists in Japan. I have artists in Germany. I have artists in South Africa, and also placing music in those demographics as well, as far as putting music on film and TV shows. Currently, right now, my company, we've placed over 40,000 pieces of music over the last 11 years, and over 500 million streams on film and TV. And it's a different type of stream as opposed to the stream that you get on Spotify or Pandora. A stream on television may garner anywhere from $10 to $20 per second, whereas a stream on Spotify or Pandora may only give you a half a penny, or less than that, a tenth of a cent. So it's a very, very big difference in terms of what your revenue stream would be. Of course, we do appreciate Spotify as well as Pandora and Apple and Amazon and eMusic and all of the others that allow us to distribute our content through their platforms. But of course, we still feel that as artists, we should be paid a fair compensation for the music that we provide. Also, I am a music consultant, entertainment consultant. My fees are quite high, and I'm probably not supposed to mention that on the show, so I won't. But what I will say is that as an artist, as a business person, it doesn't matter what kind of business you're in, you have to be willing to invest in yourself if you want to succeed. And investing in yourself doesn't necessarily always mean spending money. You could also invest time in the community, time with other people that may mentor you to give you, just a little bit of an edge, or give you some information or some thoughts that you may not conceive yourself. So don't always think of investing yourself as a financial thing or a monetary thing. It could also be just time that you spent. And I can tell you now, I have over 7,000 registered titles with BMI as a writer. And BMI is basically a performance rights organization that pays artists for their music being used in the public, basically on film, TV, radio, so on and so forth. You can collect streams from or revenue from both sides of the mechanical side as well as the performance side. And the performance side is the one that your performance rights organizations such as ASCAP, BMI, CSAC pays you. I'm also a manager. I manage a few different artists and consult for a few different artists. Shout out to Corey the Poet. He's actually going to be performing at Sin City Seafood tonight. Shout out to Chesney Claire. She's a pop artist here locally that I work with. And shout out to Raphael RJ2, which is a Grammy Award winning producer, engineer, one of the best people that I know, and definitely one of the most talented individuals that I've had the pleasure of working with in my span and, my career thus far, and we're all local here. I definitely want to make sure that I mention, my A&R, Michael Jones. We call him MJ. He's out in Houston. I work with a lot of folks out in Houston, Texas. It's a big deal for me. This year, I actually went out to Houston to film with... we're working on a Christmas film for Viacom with Foxhole Productions. It's called Hip Hop Family Christmas Wedding. Last year it was Hip Hop Family Christmas. It stars Redman plays the father, MC Light plays the mother, Saraya McNeil plays a daughter, Carrie Hilson plays a daughter, Neo plays a boyfriend, now a fiance to Carrie Hilson's character. This year we also had Terrence J also plays a son with inside of that family, and then Bow Wow came in as a character. He plays, believe it or not, he plays a gangster rapper, and I mean, he does such an awesome job.
You got some heavy hitters there.
Oh, yes. And
yes,
Cassie, actually, she came in and played a VP. I'm sorry. So, long story short, quite busy working on music and actually doing every facet of the music business. Oh, by the way, shout out to my other client, Jess Brittany, out of Atlanta. She's actually out of Houston as well, but she lives in Atlanta, Georgia. Shout out to all of the people that I'm forgetting right now. God bless you. Carolyn Scott. Shout out to Carolyn Scott. She's going to be performing with us tonight over at Sin City Seafood. Also, shout out to Allie Starr. She's going to be performing. A big shout out to my very good friend Nicole Williams. She works with House of Vegas Pride, if you guys are familiar with that organization. I love her, and she's definitely someone that works extremely hard at making sure everyone is happy. So we appreciate you for that, Nicole. And then, I would love to answer any questions anyone has. I'm available to go through my catalog, and we are going to try to get some music on for you today. Hopefully we can get a couple of records from Corey Play. We are having a few different things going on with that, but we do have the music, and we're just waiting for it to be loaded into the system. So we do appreciate you guys' patience, and certainly light up the line, man. Give us a call and let us know your thoughts. If you have any questions, we'd love to hear from you.
Okay, well, that is really wonderful. I am so happy to have you here to really enlighten the community of all the things that you're doing with the community and artists, and we're really so proud to have you here. Also, my other co-host is Keith Hastings. He is with Boaz Entertainment. Hey, hi, Keith. How you doing? Okay, and Keith is going to give you a little bit of information today. I mean, since Las Vegas is considered the entertainment capital of the world, it was only fitting that I bring in entertainment geniuses into the mix and let you guys know the backside of the entertainment business. It's not always roses, and all the time you don't just get in there just by talent alone. So these men are been in the business for many years, and they can tell you a thing or two. Also, if you want to call in and join us, please take a note of this number, 702-236-6078. Again, that number is 702-236-6078. Now, you heard from Charlie Max. Now, we're going to turn the mic over to Keith Hastings, which is with Boaz Entertainment, and he's going to give you a little bit more information about trying to get into the music business and the legal side of that. Good morning, Keith. How are you?
Good morning, Miriam. Good morning to you. How you doing?
Thank you. It's so wonderful you being here.
Thank you. Well, we want to talk about being prepared. In the music industry, a lot of people ask us, how do we get into business? The first thing is being prepared means having your back end taken care of. It's more than just singing and rapping. You have to have a team of management behind you, a marketing team, to be able to get you out there, to get your music heard by the audience. Have you ever heard a song on the radio and said, man, Miriam, my song is way better than that.
Yeah.
You hear that all the time.
Even me too.
How do I get mine? Well, there is a trick to that. Your song probably is better than that. And the way you get yourself on the air is by staying consistent with having music that's current. You hear people sing songs, they have the rap music they like, the jazz and R&B, but being current to what's going on in today's time is how you make it. We, as artist management, our goal is your success. We try to make sure that you don't have to do anything but concentrate on your music. In the music industry, you'll find that you have agents that will try to get you the gigs, and you have the promoters that will try to get you out on the show, but the most important deal is having your management behind you.
That's the key. That's right.
Awesome.
Now, Keith, let's say, I mean, there's a lot of aspiring artists out there here in Las Vegas, and what would be your advice if some young person, a person, period, that wants to get in the industry and that's not known, they are very talented and everything, what would you advise them to initially do?
You have to understand exactly what you're doing first, okay? Do you want to be a singer? Can you pay your mortgage for 30 years by being an artist? That's the first thing you want to ask yourself. The second thing you want to find out is, can you sing, can you rap, or can you write? You have to find your lane. There's a lot of rappers out there that are actually good writers, and vice versa. There are a lot of good writers that are actually good artists. So I would recommend that first thing you do is find out your task. Once you find your task out, it makes things a little bit easier because your management team will take care of the rest for you. So in other words, don't try to do too much. You know, just do what you know how to do, and we take care of the rest. I found two things Charlie said. Charlie's been in the business. How many, Charlie?
Oh my God! Don't make me tell everybody I'm like a vampire and I don't die or something else. Yeah.
We go back a long way.
Yes, we do, sir.
And
yes,
how many artists have we seen that are talented, but and you just don't understand why they haven't made it?
Well, I mean, you know, there's talent everywhere. You know, everyone is born with something, you know, talent-wise. The issue that I find mostly is that most artists are not, they're not utilizing their talents properly, and they have a sense of entitlement. And I'm just being honest. You know, sometimes the most talented artists are the laziest ones. You know, they don't want to work for anything. They feel like someone owes them something, which holds them back, and it doesn't allow them to prosper, even in life. You know, so that's my experience.
For example, in Las Vegas, we have some of the top talent there is.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
The William Jordans.
Yes. Yes.
And
Grady Harrells.
Oh my God. There's the top talent. And we have to ask
Debonair.
Debonair. Yeah,
Debonair. Oh, he's fantastic.
And Figurati, my guy. You know, so.
And a new aspiring artist, Tommy Bell.
All right.
Tommy Bell. Okay.
Yeah, I remember walking into the Fiesta many years ago, and I saw an artist. It was Marla Warren. You know, I said to myself, why are you singing up here on the stage? Why are you singing someone else's songs?
Yes.
You know, when you concentrate on singing someone else's song, the concentration should be in singing your own songs. Or you should take that product and mix it into your mix.
Right.
So you look at artists like that. You look at Next Movement, who's been around for how many years? Earl, shout out to
a
Earl.
decade at least.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
They should be on the Strip.
Right.
You know?
Well, you know, therein lies the problem. So the Strip, and I believe we've had this conversation before, the Strip is definitely not for the African American community. If I'm being honest, I'm just being honest. It's not designed for us.
Right.
Well, we're tackling that too.
Well, you know, the fact of the matter is that we're a threat. You know, which is why a lot of times when our communities, we build things, they burn it down, they tear it down. Black Wall Street, Moulin Rouge, even.
Moulin Rouge is a good example.
So when we outgrow our lane and we start encroaching on someone else's business and actually taking business away from them, and they can't control it, we become even more of a threat. You know what I mean?
Let me tell you a few things on that. You look at the Strip. We have artists coming from all over the world. They come here, they take a ton of money home. If we can get each group that comes here to take 2% of their contract and donate it back to 88.1 or to a charity of their choice,
like
that's how you
Voices.
Then we will have the resources.
See, so I
agree.
I agree. But, you know, the funny thing that I found about people that have money is that they're selfish and they don't have a plan to help. Their plan is to help themselves, you know. So, you know, asking people to donate or contribute resources that they worked for that had no place or even the concept of sharing, it's a really, really hard, it's an uphill battle, you know, trying to get people to invest
I'm going to touch on the real part.
Yes.
Let's talk about the real part about the music business.
Yes.
You got to have a budget. Okay.
So yes,
you got to have a budget.
Got to have something.
Yes,
so if you don't have a budget,
have a little bit of cheese.
Your chances are slim to none. So how do you get a budget? You know.
Well, you know, in my opinion, you know what I'm saying. I mean, you know, it's all about work ethic. I mean, like if you're willing to make the sacrifices and forego fun for, you know, fame or whatever it is, if you're willing to put aside your own ego, you're willing to put aside, your own, to say selfishness is a key word today. Selfish is a key word today. But if you're willing to put your own selfishness aside and really focus on the bigger picture, the greater overall good, then, and you're willing to work for it and make those sacrifices instead of going to...
Exactly. Now,
yes.
Let me if you're a young rapper out there, let me give you some advice on something, okay? First off, you have to have a budget. Okay, so how you get a budget, we're here to tell you how to get it. You start off with your merchandise, okay? You take 10 T-shirts, and you sell 10 of them a week. Okay, and then you take that 10 weeks. That's what, $1,000,
right?
Okay, you take that times 4. That's 4,000. You take times 12. So you build your budget through your marketing, through your brand. Now, once you get that, who do you give your money to? So why do you have to have a budget? Okay.
Well, the fact of the matter is that regardless of how much money you have, if you don't spend it in the right place, it's not going to do you any good.
That's like any business, really.
Right.
You're a business.
Right.
So the budget is for the money to be spent, radio, advertising, things like that. Correct?
Yes, absolutely. So, you have to put your money in the place where it's going to give you the most benefit. You're not going to go out and buy diesel gas if your car doesn't use diesel gas or diesel fuel. You need gasoline to power your vehicle, and it's the same thing as as a business or an artist. You want to put the right things into your business or into your artistry in order to power it and propel it forward.
Like Miriam hit on sponsors. Okay, how do you get a sponsor? You got to get a sponsor to pay for your radio fare.
Right.
Yes. So there's money involved in putting it on.
So we're paying right now, right?
Right.
Hey,
I'm gonna pay the bill here.
Don't worry. I did not forget.
So you want to chip in, donate that money to us. So.
This is the issue, though. So having a budget and knowing where to spend the money at, those are two different things, but they all run simultaneously. If you have a budget, first, if you want to sponsor, you first have to have something to sponsor.
Gotta have a sponsor
you can't just think that, just because you're an artist and you have great music, that's enough. It's really not. The most successful people that I've run into, they are doing multiple things. They're not just doing one thing. Me, myself, I'm into finance, real estate, cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, whatever you can think of, and of course music. The music is my foundation of how I've actually been able to buy homes and buy fancy things and nice stuff.
I see. No, I'm catching Ubers down there.
Right. Well, life is good, and I don't knock anybody for where they are and what they're doing. I meet everybody where they are, and I praise people because I've been through it all. I've had to walk miles and miles and miles, on foot. Never again. But not as a it was out of necessity then. It's not necessary for me to do anything like that. It would be out of choice, by choice.
You have arised.
I have something I want to tell you. Now, we talk about launching groups, okay?
Yes.
Now, if you're a rapper, listen to what I'm telling you, okay? Don't listen to Charlie tell you. Listen what I'm telling you.
Okay.
Or RBC. Yeah. We had a group we work with, which is for Trail.
Yeah.
Okay? Young group out of LA.
Great group.
Jeff Roberson, shout out to Jeff.
Yeah.
I'll say, hey, Keith, let's get together and put these guys out there. So we were going to do a Bill Withers song. We're going to do this song. So how do we launch them, okay? So we ended up doing Lady of My Life, which is a known Michael Jackson song.
Yes, okay, there we go.
We put it out there, and it went viral.
Sure.
The kids thought they was Michael Jackson.
Of course.
Yeah, well, they just as good as Michael Jackson.
You can launch yourself, and you can get yourself out there by doing a known product or mixing a known product into your product.
Now, I would like to touch on that. So when you do that, there are other types of legal aspects that you have to be concerned with. And I know that Keith said not to listen, but you guys better listen now. So there's two things that you have to be concerned with, especially when you're remaking a song. The first thing is the publishers and the writers. They actually own those lyrics. They actually own those melodies and that music itself, the compositions. That's the first side. If you actually go and you reuse an actual master, which comes from the record label or whoever owns that actual sound recording, that's another side. So there's two sides that you actually would have to clear in order to use those records if you intend to use it that way. Now, if you go and you replay the song and you play it your own way or whatever, then you only have to clear just that publishing side, which is the writer's side, lyrics and music. But if you actually go and you say you want to go back and, I don't know, you want to take a Lil Wayne record, you're going to go do a Millie, and you're going to take that beat and you're going to rap over that beat, where you technically don't own that music, so you really can't release it to actually earn revenue off of it, even though people do it. You know, that's kind of what the mixtape concept was, is that they take old songs or they take songs that have been put out before, rap over those songs and put those songs out. But there are all kinds of legal troubles that you will find yourself in. You could actually lose your distribution accounts with people using stuff like they use like TuneCore, CD Baby, the popular one now I believe is DistroKid, United Masters, all these different distribution companies that, you know, that allow you to release content through their platforms. They're not necessarily checking to see if you actually own the content. They're trusting that you own the content. But if you actually put it out through them and they actually approve it and it gets out and you get some type of lawsuit brought against you, they're indemnified. They're not going to go to court for you, and their attorneys are not going to fight for you. You're going to be on your own.
Okay. That's why it's so important to work with a manager that knows the business, know the legalities of the business, because you can be confronted with a situation like that.
Absolutely.
If you do the wrong thing.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about the real, okay?
Okay.
Just young artists out there. I know you got studios at your house.
Yes.
Your friends come over.
Yes.
They want to hear a beat, okay? How can a person protect themselves if their friend comes to their house, next thing you know, they hear their beat on the radio?
Yeah, so they're gonna steal your stuff from you.
So I've heard
that. I've seen that.
Yes, I've had that happen to me as a producer.
My brother.
I've had artists take my tracks. I have thousands of tracks, so it's not really that complicated for somebody to just take a beat and say, "Oh, I'm going to rap over this" and put it out. But you know, there's two things that I've done. I've been able to fingerprint the majority of my content. It's a lot of music to fingerprint, but there's a
explain about fingerprint.
Okay,
yeah, that's very smart. Yeah.
Okay, so the fingerprint is something that's done through Content ID, which is a YouTube service. Like when you upload your music to YouTube, it actually becomes fingerprinted. But in order to claim that fingerprint, you have to use some type of aggregator in order to claim that song as your own. And they actually represent you, and they collect a portion of whatever royalties that come in from that. So there's a such thing, like if you guys are putting music out on YouTube and your music is playing on YouTube or any other platform for that matter, there's two components. There's the mechanical side, which is like an ad revenue, you know, that actually is generated, that's paid to you through whoever your aggregator may be, which, like I said again, could be like a CD Baby, DistroKid, or TuneCore, or something like that. And then there's the actual performance side of it, which comes from your performance rights organization, ASCAP, BMI, CSAC. Those are two separate revenues. The only way that you can collect on either of those is for you to actually be affiliated with someone that can actually collect that revenue and disperse it to you.
There you go. Now, right there, I want to hit on the point. Young rappers, if you're out there, listen to what I'm telling you. In order to be successful, you got to sell units. Okay? You got to sell units. You got to sell units, period.
Yes.
That's how you get the big car and the big house and all that stuff.
Well,
so let's talk about the distribution now.
Okay.
What type of distribution should you look for? Should you do your own?
So nowadays, it's really not so much about distribution as much as it is about marketing. You know, and that's pretty much in any business, in anything, any product that you're trying to sell. You have to actually have a good marketing strategy behind it, because it doesn't matter who distributes it. You can have, you know, Universal distributing your music. If no one's looking for it or listening to it, it's just sitting there. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. So the whole key behind pretty much anything business-wise is how it's marketed. You have to actually put it into a place where people are going to actually see it, hear it, listen, purchase it, or interact with it, whatever it is that your content, whatever you want to happen with your content, you have to be able to put it in front of people. And the way that you do that is by, you know, buying ads, advertising in the right places, working with different types of marketing companies, hiring public relations people, you know, and those it could be expensive. It could be expensive. Shout out to Michelle Mackle out in Tulsa, Oklahoma. She's one of my publicists that I work with, and she can get you on red carpet at anywhere. You know what I'm saying? I mean, so
these are the things that the listeners want to hear. They want to know how it works.
Yeah,
and that's where Boaz comes in. We do artist management. We do these things, but we're going to put these questions out there so you can hear them. Okay, so one last thing, Charlie, since you go to the movie side.
Go.
I'm in the studio, okay, and I hear a nice beat, and we just pumping. Okay, and all of a sudden I have an artist come in. Miriam comes in. Miriam says, "Let me get a few lines on this song."
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And, okay, got people calling in. That's good.
That's good. Yeah.
So Miriam comes in the studio and she says, "Kid, let me get a line. Let me rap a little bit on here.
Right.
You know, all of a sudden,
You gonna bust out some raps on us, Miriam? Go ahead and bust out some raps on us. I'm just messing with you. I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
Now the song goes viral.
Right.
Because Miriam said, baby, I love you. Baby, baby, I love you. Baby, baby, I love you.
Right.
Does she get some of my money?
Baby.
Absolutely. So that's a very interesting question. So I've been in so many studio sessions. I actually have a studio session coming up with Kool Moe Dee, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? One of my favorite rappers of all time, one of the greatest, legendary. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward, so very forward to this. But anyways, long story short, if we're in the studio and Miriam walks in and she starts contributing to your song, the percentage of her contribution is determined by whoever is in the room, you know, whatever you guys want to give to them.
But what if it's the hook?
If it's the hook is the most valuable part of the song because it's the most repeated part of the song, and it's probably the most memorable part of the song. So if you write a hook, that has more value than you writing a line or two. You know, like if you add up, like I've had people come in and they add just a hi-hat on a song and say they want half of the song.
There you go.
But it depends. Like, so if Dr. Dre adds a hi-hat on your song, it's worth him getting half of your song because Dr. Dre is a billionaire and has billions of, you know, listeners to his content, so it's value. But if Joe Blow walk in and say he wants half of your song for a hi-hat, I might give him a point or something. I might give him something to satisfy him, but I'm definitely not going to give him half of the song if he can't bring the value that's worth that song.
And that makes sense to me. See, and if you're a rapper, once again, I'm talking to the rappers out there. You got to be careful. You know, you got to make sure you know exactly what you're doing. So what do you do next? You know, you want to be a rapper. You call Charlie Mack, call me, you call Miriam.
Don't call me. No, I'm just kidding.
What do you do next? Okay?
You can email me.
Right.
My advice is take care of the back, the little things, the EPK.
Yeah. So in reality, it's like anything else. If you want something to stand for a long time, you have to have a strong foundation. You don't see people throw up homes without putting down the concrete and putting all the piping and wiring in and everything. Otherwise, you won't have a stable foundation. So it's the same thing with business. It's the same thing with artistry. If you really want to have a successful career or even any career at all, you have to start at the very bottom and actually lay down your foundation firmly, meaning that all of your paperwork should be correct. You should not be looking for your content. If you don't know where it is, it's probably not yours. You know, so you should not be searching for things. Like when someone calls and, here's a scenario. I'm working on a film right now, the Hip Hop Family Christmas Wedding. It's executive produced by Jamie Foxx, Foxhole Productions, Greg Carter, Nexus Entertainment. Viacom is releasing it. It'll be on VH1, I believe.
Looking forward to that.
Yeah, it's coming out very soon. Long story short, if I need a song from an artist, and I have some local artists that I'm actually putting in this film, you know what I'm saying? So congrats to them. But if I need a song from them and they don't actually have the rights to the music, they don't own that beat, they downloaded that track from YouTube, I can't use it. It's probably going to pop up.
Say that again. Say it again.
I won't be able to use it if you don't own the rights to the music. Number one, I could get sued immediately. I'm probably going to lose my job, and I'm definitely not giving up six figures for you.
Mary, this is a lot of information for us.
I know, and this is so wonderful.
Can I put this out there?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to put out there, Charlie, want to match this. If you're a young rapper out there or R&B singer, and it's a lot of information you're getting, if you contact Boaz Entertainment Group, Miriam, or Macmillian, we'll go ahead and do your work absolutely free. If you're that serious, give us a call. We'll do all your work for you absolutely free. I'm putting out there, Charlie, you going to do the same thing?
No.
Okay.
Well, you know, what I would like to do is anybody out there, any upcoming artists or want to further their business or career, contact me through the Village Voices 76 at gmail.com. Send us your MP3 player. We'll listen to it. And if we think that you got some potentials, we might call you and have you on the show. And also highlight your performance at one of the local establishments.
Yes,
that's
I love that. I love that. So, no, this is my contribution here. I'm giving back right now. So, the information that I give out, I actually charge $250 an hour for consultations. So, the information that I'm giving out right now is invaluable because it works. It's proven. I am proof that it works. But at the same time, there are certain artists that I find intriguing. There are a few that I find, and I pick up artists all the time. I mean, I represent over 80 different acts worldwide. So I'm not opposed to helping. I want to help. I'm here to help. But for me to say that I can actually do something for free is not realistic, because it costs me money to actually put things together. So I'm not just asking people to pay me just because I'm fantastic or fabulous or anything. This money actually, it is an investment back into your business. So if you're investing with me and doing business with me, I'm actually the $100 that you give me is worth $1,000 to you by me using the resources that I have, maybe more than that. So, if you equate that to what it actually comes out to be, I mean, there's really not a price that you can put on someone actually changing your life.
Your network ties are very
right. The relationships that I've built up over the years, you can't buy them. You're not going to just run into these people. I get into rooms that most people
You got to have the right connections.
Definitely. That's what this business is, though.
That's right.
It's about
what you know is who you know.
It's about relationships. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but the most important thing is how you cultivate them, and you can't use your relationships unnecessarily. You can't just be calling people and saying I need favors, because it's like the boy that cried wolf. Eventually the wolf is going to come, and you're going to need to be saved. And if you've already used up all of those, no one is going to be able to save you. So right now, I would like to. Do we want to try to get Corey the Poet to call in?
Yeah, we're going to have the artist call in. As Corey. He's going to be.
He's going to be performing tonight at Sin City Seafood downtown. We have him and Corey the Poet and Carolyn Scott and Butter are going to be performing down, and I will actually be in the building. So if you guys come down there and you say that you know one of Corey's songs, let's just say if you know Corey's most popular song, I'll buy something for you. I'm not going to say what it is, but I'll buy something for you. So Corey, if you are listening, you want to repeat that number for him to call in again?
Tell him to call in to KCEP, and that number is
702-647-3688. 702-647-3688.
Okay, great. The Village Voices is very concerned about the community and the entertainment industry here in Las Vegas. I know I used to do timeshare, and I meet people coming in from all over the world, and a lot of them are interested in finding out where's the soul singers here in Las Vegas. What's going on in Las Vegas? Is the Strip the only thing about Vegas? Well, since I've been living here in Las Vegas, I have traveled all around and met so many people here in Las Vegas. But I'm here to tell you that the Strip is not the only thing. No, not knocking the Strip and everything, but there's a lot of entertainment outside the Strip in the community. And every time I get a chance to meet an artist or go somewhere and see an establishment away from the Strip, I want to promote it. So if you are interested in highlighting your business outside of the Strip, please give me a call, Miriam Gibson, and call the Queen's Network. The Queen's Network number is 702-970-1535. Okay? All right. So Corey is the artist that Charlie Mack was talking about, is going to call in. We're going to play his song, and we're going to fade the show out with one of his greatest songs that I just love. And I know that you girls out there are going to love it. Okay? You guys come on down and see Corey this evening. Okay. All right. So therefore, if you are a vocal artist, even if you if you are also the music player, whatever.
Yes.
Send your information to the Village Voices 76 at gmail.com. We will listen to it. You will hear the top. These geniuses here listen to your music. And if you got something going on, we will definitely pull you on, and we will hook you up with a connection.
We want to give you a shout out, Miriam.
Yeah.
We got to give you a shout out. You put it down. Okay. And we're going to make it happen.
Okay.
No, Miriam, you're excellent. We appreciate you inviting us down here to share our experience with you, and I'm very appreciative.
Thank you.
He's on the phone? I think he is.
Oh, okay. Okay. Come on board.
All right. Hey, do we have Corey on the line? Hey, Corey.
We do. Good morning, Miss.
Hey, good morning.
What's up,
Good morning.
Corey? This Keith Boy.
Maybe I'm not
like
plugged
that.
in. Look.
I know you girls like that voice.
Oh, shout out. Hey, Corey, I want to give you a shout out, man. I like what you're doing. Your brand is.
Man, thank you. I appreciate
It's
that.
really, and I'll definitely be there to see you tonight. But I wonder, where'd you get that deep voice from?
God. Yes, sir.
You know, I noticed you've been out there playing with a lot of people.
So today it's God, and I just woke up. That's that morning voice.
Tell us a little bit about what you do.
Oh man, look, you know, Corey the Poet, originally from California, Los Angeles, and the Bay Area. Literally just moved out here a year ago. You know, I've been traveling around, touring, doing shows with Yolanda Adams and the likes of Temptations and Bobby Brown's. You know, a whole bunch of R&B folks.
That's right. It's
And,
Corey, baby.
It's Corey, baby. So,
I got one question, Corey. Your brand and how you're presenting your brand out there is important because I don't know too many artists that have your brand, which is spoken word, and then bring in a nice female to top it off. Who created that? That's what I want to know. That's an excellent job.
Well, you know, we created the combination of the music and the singing with the poetry to make it more palpable for the mainstream audience. You know, we just didn't want to reach poets; we wanted to reach everybody, and that was introduced by my wife actually when she saw me performing when we first started dating.
Hey.
And what about you? I heard you're hooking with RJ, huh? My boy RJ. That's
RJ, man, is a beast. Yeah, RJ is an excellent producer. Once we all met, Charlie Mack, RJ, you know, Tim, we all just clicked right away. And RJ and I, as a matter of fact, I just left the studio last night doing a Christmas song. We're doing a Christmas EP.
Excellent.
So, you know.
That boy RJ can sing, too.
Yeah, working. Yeah, RJ got vocals. He told me he was so inspired by what I was doing. He dusted off his vocals and started singing on that track for me. So, you know,
that's nice.
It's a blessing.
Y'all better get that track out there. That's Corey the Poet.
Oh yeah, man. We trying to let the world hear everything. You know, it's all about love.
Now, Corey, are you here in Las Vegas? Are you a Las Vegas resident now?
I am now. Yes, I moved here last year. So you know, it's a wonder. I've been enjoying it too. It's a wonderful city. So now we're just trying to establish some stuff out here for the Las Vegas folks out here. You know, bring what I do to them for the grown and the mature and the sexy. You know.
Well, thank you for coming to Las Vegas, Corey.
Another resident.
Oh, yes.
Hey, I thank Las Vegas for having me.
So tell us, Corey, what are you doing tonight?
Tonight I'll be at Sin City Seafood Kitchen and Lounge. It's going to be every Friday. I'm doing a ladies' night for the ladies, so I'll be doing. I'll have some R&B singers, guests, you know, so they can come down and do their things. Like tonight, I have Carolyn Scott. I have Butter. She's coming in from the Bay Area, and then I'll be doing some of my stuff also. You know.
Shout out to the Bay Area!
Yay!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like tonight, you actually will see me perform live. I Do It For You and Black Woman.
All right.
I love that.
Are we gonna hear the song?
Yes. Let's hear that.
Which one are we playing?
We're going to play that.
The I Do It For You?
Yeah, I like that.
Is that the one, or are we playing Black Woman?
Maybe Black Woman first. But when I do it to you, we're going to.
See, he already started. He already going.
Sit back and enjoy, baby.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. Yes, I Do It For You featuring RJ. Right? So you say my name.
Tell me, baby, I'm the best thing that you ever had.
I love you, baby.
It's all for you. Everything that I do it. I do it for you. I do it for you.
Everything that I do
it for you.
You know I do it for you.
I do it for you.
The best thing that you ever told me was that you loved me. Then you showed me. So honey, anything that you want, sweetheart, is fine. See, I know that if your heart is mine, then your body will follow. So I'ma love you more today, as if there's no more tomorrows. See, honey, I must admit that after falling in love with you, it's like my previous relationships just didn't exist. So you're my one and only, no frontin'. I'll swim through a shark-infested ocean just for the notion that you might want something.
I love to hear you say yes, yes. When I massage and sex away your stress.
Yes.
When you tell me, baby, I'm the best thing that you ever had.
I love you, baby.
It's all for you. Everything that I do it. I do it for you.
It's for you.
I do it for you. I do it for you.
When our worlds collide, I pray that you can stay the night. So whatever is wrong in your life, I promise I'll make it right. I'll do it for you. See, I'll protect you from whatever I can. Clark Kent's the hint, but I'm your Superman. See, I'll work and provide for you, respect and ride for you, live and die for you, and stand by your side for you. So let me hold you, spoil you, and be loyal. Sequester your special mood, make love until you can't move.
Love to hear you say yes, yes. When I massage and sex away your stress. When you tell me, baby, I'm the best thing that you ever had.
I love you, baby.
It's all for you. Everything that I do it. I do it for you. I do it for you.
Just call my name.
It's Corey, baby, and I do it.
I do it.
I do it for you.
Everything that I do.
Okay, there it is.
Oh, wow.
There it is.
I'm sweating right now just
There it
listening to it. I can't wait to see Corey down there in Sin City today.
Hey, Corey,
All right,
Corey,
all right.
And don't forget, you heard it first on Village Voices show, okay?
Absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
Hey,
Break
Corey,
the
I got
record.
one question, Corey, okay? If you're a young artist out there and you're trying to find your genre, you notice he ain't said one cuss word.
No, that's
Not one.
right.
He talked about
Don't
love.
even need to.
He had me back and rocking in my chair.
Yes.
So when you're out there trying to put your content, talk to Corey. Okay,
Yes.
that's all. Good job, Corey.
Yes. Excellent.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
I guess we'll wrap it up, huh?
Yeah, I guess. Hey, I'm
Well, let's
I'm
talk
here.
about what we did today. Okay, our goal is your success. Okay, we want to make sure that you can walk away and tell your friend next week to tune in. Okay, this information we're giving is free. Don't cost you nothing.
Nope.
Okay,
Very valuable.
you listen in and take it and ride with it.
Yes.
Because there's no one thing that you can do in entertainment to say you're successful at. You got to be good at everything, pretty much.
Yes.
Okay, Charlie, what you think?
So, just to kind of briefly back up a little bit, yes, absolutely. Stay focused. Be encouraged. It's not over until you stop breathing. So as long as you have breath in your body, you can still accomplish your dreams. They're there for you to accomplish. If God has put that into your heart, you can claim it.
That's right.
Don't let anyone
Thank
tell you
God for
anything
another
different.
One thing, Corey, you're from the Bay Area, correct?
All right.
I'm from Hunters Point. Got a shout out to Hunters Point.
I was in Bayview.
Yeah,
Right
baby,
around the corner.
Gilman block. Okay.
One more thing, if you're looking to reach out to me, you can reach me at on Instagram at MacAMillionDollarMan is my Instagram handle. You'll see it. It's a black and white M, white background, black M, and that's my logo, my business logo. My business is MacAMillionDollarMan Music, and we are in the music and entertainment business. Thank you.
You can reach me at BoazEntertainmentGroup.com. I'm Keith Hastings. We do artist management. That's BoazEntertainmentGroup.com. Or you can email me at BoazMusic@Outlook.com.
Okay, and this is Miriam Gibson, your host of the Village Voices show. We're going to play, we're going to fade our show out with one of Corey's other songs, which I know you're going to love. Okay, but contact the Village Voices. Okay, our email address is villagevoices76@gmail.com, and we are looking for donations for our nonprofit organization, which is the Village Voices of Southern Nevada.
One last thing.
Okay.
If they want to come on a radio show, how they do it?
Yes, we need sponsors because we want to try to, really have more distinguished guests like this to come on and give you information that is very valuable to the community.
Yeah.
Okay, and we're trying to promote the black businesses here in Las Vegas.
Absolutely.
Away from the Strip. We want to try to encourage artists. Local artists, because we have a lot of them. They may not be on the Strip, but we can. Their talent is so much needed and appreciated, and we want to highlight it.
Absolutely.
So the Village Voices is really into doing that. Okay, so we are going to. You guys want to close? Anything else you want to say?
I just want to say bless everyone.
I want to thank Corey too for coming on.
Thank Corey for
Thank
coming
you,
on.
Corey.
Oh, don't worry about him. He'll be all right. No,
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay, so thank you for joining the Village Voices show. This is Miriam Gibson, your host, and I'm going to give you Corey now.
Black woman, allow me to elevate you like you so deeply deserve. Regardless of the hardness, you always put your children and your significant other first. Nowadays, a lot of young women choose not to do that. In fact, that's fine, until they begin to believe that they're greater than you. Now, I'm no destiny's child, but honey, sit back, relax, and let me come cater to you. Again, let me elevate you, praise you, and put you first. I know that you're the queen of my castle, and more importantly, you're the ruler of my universe. Understand that I love every atom, subatom, particle, molecule that it takes to create what I consider to be great, from the bottom of your feet to every single strand of your hair. Black woman, let me put you on a pedestal so no one can treat you like a footstool, but understand I'm gonna be honest and fair. I close my eyes to better realize the strength and the power that's in my life. Black woman, there's no mistaking it when it comes to the passion in your cries. No mistaking it when it comes to the loyalty that comes from inside. No mistaking it when it comes to the fire and the firmness of your thighs. She ages so gracefully. She says things so tastefully. She walks with power, conviction, and class. She says things like, this too shall pass. Now reportedly she carries herself accordingly, but if need be, like a sword unsheathed, she will grit her teeth and tell you to kiss my entire black woman.
Black woman.
Complexity laying right next to me. Respectfully, I do what I have to do. See, not only do I put my faith in God, but black woman, I invest my everything in you. This is an investment that I will carry from here to there. Now, sometimes I may not show it and you may not know it, but believe me, you mean more to me than just breasts, thighs, and a nice derriere. Your intellect is never suspect, but understand, you can be the essence of my resistance or the bane of my existence. Black woman, black, chocolate, brown, red bone, or mahogany. You're the only one who can make love to my mind, body, soul, spirit, and put it on me so damn good that legally I changed my first name to monogamy. Black woman.
Black woman. Black woman. Black woman.
This is my perspective. You must be made up from a collective or a derivative of some kind of illegal substance that I just cannot refuse. I've never in my life used an illegal substance, but right now, black woman, you are my substance abuse. Because you're the only being who can caress and impress and then terrorize my mind. You're the only being who can make me happy and angry at the same damn time. You're the only being who can get the absolute best from me and then make me wanna quit. You're the only being who can make a pastor in the middle of Sunday service scream out, "Oh, shit." Black woman. You're the only being who can build my confidence and then cast doubt. But you're the only being on the face of this planet that I just cannot live without. So again, allow me to elevate you like you so deeply deserve. Black woman.
Let's go. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay, now you heard what Corey said. Let's do it. Okay, we are here. The Village Voices is here to help produce your music. You know what I mean? To get you out there. We're going to spotlight you. This is something that we do. Okay, you saw how we introduced you to Corey. You have these master producers here. We have packages available. If you're interested in your career and you want to get spotlighted on the Village Voices show and have a venue established so that you can meet your public and share your talent, contact the Queen Network. Okay, and that's at 702-970-1535.
Yes,
we got you. You know, and let's Keith and Charlie Mack take it out of here.
I want to say, Charlie, good seeing you again.
Oh, it's always a pleasure.
And Mary, you know I love you to death, but
Absolutely.
I want to say thank you for inviting us on the show.
Yes.
Thank you for
I
coming.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you to 88.1 KCP.
88.1
The People's Station.
Engineer, the man but with the plan back there, you know,
Brother
making
Paul.
us all sound right.
Yes,
you know,
thank you, Brother Paul.
Yes, we appreciate you.
Thank you.
And the community, you know, for listening and you know, supporting, you know, everyone's hopes, dreams, and ambitions. You know, we
Shout out to
appreciate
my
it.
brother George Dickens.
Hey,
Keno.
all right.
Oh, hey, George.
George went out there.
Hey, George. Oh, the
Keno Mac.
greatest drummer in the world.
All right now,
George,
Next
okay?
movement.
Hey,
Sam.
hey, love
Cornell.
it, love it. Is that me?
I got you.
So therefore, you guys come on down to see Corey this evening, and he's going to be at Sin City.
Seafood.
Okay.
Yep.
Sin City Seafood.
Right downtown on Bonneville.
Okay, so we hope to see you there, and I know you're going to have a good time.
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to have a wonderful time. So this is Miriam Gibson of the Village Voices. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you again very soon. Thank you.
Right.
Have a great day.